We have a King of Pentacles right in the middle of your spread here. So this is an earth sign person. Could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Could also just be saying this is the guy that gives you your money. He signs your checks. So this could be a boss or a manager. And he's coming up in the upright, so a helpful influence. Yeah, this is a very positive person. They're protecting you. So they could, and there are a lot of different ways people can protect us, right? If he is giving you money, well, he's protecting you from poverty, right? He signed your checks. He hired you. He's paying you. He's helping you make a living. He's the source of that. For those of you that are single and looking, this does not have to be a male. Anytime people cards come up in the general readings, the court cards, they could be male or female. So for some of you, this could just as easily be a female. Yeah, if you're single and looking, this could be somebody that you meet under very serendipitous circumstances. Sag. You could just be out and about, running errands, at a concert, at some sort of get-together, at a birthday party, anywhere. And meet this earth sign person. It could be someone that you just run into serendipitously that you've missed as well. But yeah, if you're single and looking, lightning could strike, fate could step in. This would be a very practical person. It is somebody who is very goal-oriented when it comes to work. But he's in the upright, meaning he's got a good grasp on work-life balance. He probably does work a lot, though. Earth signs tend to do that. Especially if they're single. They tend to marry their jobs a lot of times. So yeah, this could be somebody that... very different from your energy, but very grounded and practical. And it's a good balance to your energy because then, it's like they'll take care of all the heavy lifting. If this is somebody you're in a partnership with, they would do the books or take care of the bills and, just let you be you, Sag. Let you fly free. Because they like taking care of those practical things. They don't see it as difficult. They don't see those things as the heavy lifting. They enjoy those sorts of things. And they like to be in control of them. Let's be real. They like to control the money. Yeah, this could also be somebody that you're meeting and talking to about a job, though. It could be somebody that you just run into, again, if you're out and about or at a get-together and, he or she is like, hey, I've got an opening at my company after you chat for a while, or maybe your friend or somebody has told this person about you. Maybe it's their boss and they're like, well, we're going to have an opening. So yeah, there's something here for most of you at the beginning of September happening either personally or professionally, and it's kind of out of the blue. It's not something, luck is with you. And it's coming through an earth sign person. They are helping you out, giving you a leg up, and opportunities coming to you. And it's the opportunity is either through them or it is them, right? So very interesting. Yeah, luck with money in September could be improving, Sag. It could be the start if you've been having some struggles with that. The challenge of the month, let's take a look. We got Page of Swords in reverse. So here's this. Not a pleasant energy. This is somebody stirring up trouble, stirring up gossip, telling lies. It's a very immature kind of high school kind of energy. It could be somebody who is quite young, a young air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It could be one of your children lying to you. Even stealing money from you, Sag. The heck? But I'm feeling like for most of you, this is workplace nonsense, workplace, high school BS. It's the same old thing. This is not new. So, I don't feel like for most of you, this is going to be anything new. This is the same old go around. But there are some secrets coming out about some people at work. that they were trying very hard to hide. Somebody at your work could be fired for stealing money. Yeah, there could be some major information coming out about someone. And it could be somebody in a position of power. For some of you, maybe this is what's bringing on this serendipitous offer from your boss or manager. Okay, maybe they're getting rid of this person because they were doing like nefarious things or lying or stealing from the company or stealing time, falsifying things. And you're going to get the chance to move into that position. But yeah, the challenge could just be kind of trying to figure out what's true and what isn't. Like what really happened and what didn't. But also, if you're being offered a new position or if you're moving up, up in the world, well, people hate that, right? Especially if they're stuck still down here. If you're moving on from a group that was never really that pleasant to begin with, they could be, gossiping about Sagittarius. Sagittarius must have slept with the boss to get this new opportunity. That kind of BS. Silly, petty, dishonest lies, gossip and BS out of jealousy. But I really think for a lot of you, this has nothing to do with you. This is your challenge is just trying to figure out what's true and what isn't, and how can I use this to my advantage? Because maybe you've always wanted that person's job, maybe you've always had your eye on it. Like, man, it was a pretty cushy, sweet job. And now you're trying to figure out, like, how can I throw my hat in the ring? Well, it doesn't seem like you'll have to. I mean, if you do approach somebody about this, if that's the way this is working out, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with the response, because I think you get very positive information, very positive feedback about this. But yeah, it seems like you may be moving on from a group or trying to avoid certain people at work. Or maybe if you're moving, for some of you, if you're moving into a different job, you won't have to deal with these people anymore. You won't even have to be around them. Because there's somebody in particular that you're like, oh, I can't wait to be away from them, or I really want to avoid this person. Probably whoever's this Page of Swords energy. The help that's going to be available, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, somebody's getting fired, being forced out, laid off, and that works in your favor. This is a new beginning for you. Sag, you are benefiting, reaping the benefits of someone else's misfortune. And it's not because you intended it that way. It's just sort of worked out that way. Now, I mean, if some of you knew somebody was doing dishonest stuff and you told the boss, well, maybe you did have a hand in it. But I feel like for most of you, this was revealed and you were surprised along with everybody else, or, you will be in September. But yeah, someone else made a mistake. And now they're being forced out, forced to leave. And this is a new beginning for you. Totally new options, new people. I don't feel like if this is like who you work with, the team that you're on, you won't have to work with those people anymore. Now, if it's you that's being let go, Sagittarius, if you don't see the benefit of this, I think many of you are going to be relieved anyway. Because it could be that you're the one being forced out, but still, with this here, it won't. Like, you've either already got a line on a better job, or you soon will in September. But yeah, even if you are being fired or let go or whatever, maybe because people told lies about you, maybe people said that you were, doing something that you weren't, and certain people believed you. Now, certain people believed them, and I think for many of you, though, it's going to backfire. Like, if that's the way it was, like people were making up lies about you and trying to get you in trouble, they're going to end up getting in trouble. And you're going to be like, haha, bye-bye, I'll take your job now. But yeah, I mean, if it is you being laid off or losing a job in September, Sag, I really think you're going to be happy about it. Yeah, it sucks to be out of work, but again, you're going to have an offer coming in very quickly. And I just feel like, you know, you didn't like these people anyway. It was a miserable job. And it's coming up as a help to you to get the hell out. Or to be rid of these people who've been lying about you. Either way, this is a wonderful new beginning, bringing new people into your sphere, new opportunities, new chances to create even. So the next job, I think, will be more in line with your creative gifts, you know, something that you enjoy. You'll probably have more freedom as well. And I think you'll just like the people better. If this is who, you know, you'll be working for, that's a great start because you'll have, you know, an honest, trustworthy boss. And it starts at the top, right? So, I do think, though, that some of you are like, your boss is not believing these people saying stuff about you. And they're going to get fired or they're going to be forced to leave. And you're going to be like, bye-bye. Others of you, I think you're just benefiting from someone else who is losing their job. Because they were doing wrong. What must be accepted? Yeah, we got the Two of Swords in reverse. So this is a good card in reverse. Here's what it looks like in the upright. This is a block being removed. So yeah, if there have been blocks at work or just in your career, those are being removed starting in September, Sag. Unexpectedly too, because again, yeah, there's a lot of shock and awe, going on here at work, Sag. And you know, and for a lot of other people too. I don't think you're the only one. Now, I do feel like you have friends and family or other people that you can talk to about this, or other coworkers that you get along with better, because I see your group just kind of like, whoa, what happened? So yeah, Sag, for most of you, I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is someone else. And it is kind of shocking to the company. And it's just everybody's talking about it. That's what I keep hearing is like, did you hear about that guy? And I do feel like for most of you, it's a male that's being, you know, it's discovered that they've been, yeah, really stealing money or stealing time. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can steal from the company, I guess, but I don't know, maybe embezzling, money laundering, who knows? Could be anything. But yeah, whatever's happening is removing a block for you. For some of you, maybe you had to work with this person and you just couldn't stand them. Maybe you're just so glad that they're gone, and or soon will be. Although I do think this person's just kind of given the axe, and then like the next day everybody hears about it, and that's when everybody's talking, you know, because it seems to come out of nowhere. So here today, gone tomorrow, right? So yeah. But it was somebody that you're like, I don't know how I feel like you wondered, like, I don't know how that person still has a job, or because he's really not, he never takes the initiative. He's really kind of lazy. He's always got excuses for why assignments or projects weren't completed on time. But yet he's in charge of people. Because it seems like it was somebody who was a team leader or like managing or over other people who was in no way qualified. And I know that's the case a lot of times, but this was even more so, right? Like you were just like, how did you talk your way into getting this position? But yeah, a block is being removed. And I feel like for many of you, it's in the form of a person at work being removed. This could be personally, but because we've got the King of Pentacles and our Ace of Pentacles, I feel like for most of you, this is happening at work. But yeah, whatever was standing in your way, and if it was a job itself that you were at, that, you know, it was time to go, that could be removed as well, Sag. But don't be scared about that, because again, it's like there has to be a void before this can come in and replace it. Yeah, fate is happening with your work in September. Now, some of you could be finding out that your partner or someone you've been dating has been, unfortunately lying or cheating. That could be how this is working out, but I'm not seeing any cups. So I'm not seeing a strong emotional attachment. Or maybe your partner's finding out that you've been doing that. And then, again, same thing. We create a void. You kick this person out or you leave this person and this new person shows up. Maybe this is the person you've been seeing. But again, serendipitous. I feel like for many of you, you haven't met this Pentacles person yet if it's somebody you're going to be involved with personally. So leave me comments of how that's working out for you, Sag, because I feel like for some of you, it's strictly career. For others of you, this is going to turn out to be personally. You're removing someone from your life and this new person is popping up. Either way, it's going to end up being a good thing, again, and opening up. The outcome is the Three of Wands in reverse. We got to go back to the drawing board. Here's what it looks like in the upright. Yeah, something's not completed, so we got to go back and rethink things. And I feel like that's just the energy of this month, given what happens and how suddenly it happens. Got to go figure out a new plan. The old plan isn't going to work. Again, we've got this vacant position now, and I feel like for most of you, you're like, hey, I'll fill it, and the boss is going to be like, okay. Yeah, there's something unexpected happening in September that has you kind of, you and everyone kind of scrambling, Sag. But I feel like it's not that you're happy about it still, even though it's like, oh, well, that person was over this project, so now what? Or, yeah, that person was in charge of this project, but it was a stupid idea, or he had really bad ideas. So this could be a blessing. Many of you could be like, oh, thank God we can throw that project out and start all over, or I can totally go in and change this because this person's idea was just not going to work, not a workable strategy. There's something that wasn't workable that by the end of September, Sag, you're going to have the freedom or the key to go back and make it better. Due to this block being removed. And I feel like, again, the block is in the form of a person. Or you could just be, kind of reconsidering your plan for personally, if you are meeting someone new and breaking up with someone simultaneously, and maybe this is somebody you thought you were going to marry, and then you find out, they've been hiding things or keeping secrets, and you're just like, well, now I've got to come up with a new plan for the future. But at the same time, I feel like even if you're kind of, again, getting shocking information about someone you've been dating or living with or even married to, Sag, it's still kind of like liberating to you. Because almost what I'm hearing is, oh, thank God I've got an excuse. Thank God I've got a reason to get rid of this person or to leave this person. I mean, maybe you were kind of feeling intuitively like, we were planning to get engaged, or we were planning to get married, or we were planning to move in together, but maybe your heart was never fully in it and you never really knew why, Sag, until now. But others of you, this is the chance to go back and rework a project, rethink your job, because there may be an opportunity for many of you where you're replacing someone else, or it's just a block being removed at work, and work is going to be like totally different now. Like and the way it was before, it's a whole new ballgame, much more positive, because it seems like at least one of the negative people, maybe the ringleader, is being removed. And others of you may be rethinking your future professionally if you do lose a job. But remember, there's something big that's coming in, that void that's been created will be filled very quickly by something new.